Welcome back. You know, we love the advice of all of our experts and the pro tips, so we thought we would give you a chance to ask them questions directly. And I know that you've got specific questions for them. So let's start with one for you, Bahar. Molly has a question for you.
Hi Bahar, my name's Molly. I am a mom at home in the pandemic, but this is not actually a pandemic problem. I hope you can see here, I'm trying to get the light. I have extremely dark under eyes. I don't know if they're called circles or not because they're not puffy, they're not sunken, they just are. I've tried everything, thousands of dollars of under eye cream. This is like a thick layer of concealer already, but is there a fix? Is there a quick fix? Is there any fix? Help!
Great question, because I suffer from this and I have all my life, and I will tell you, quick fix is makeup. The slightly longer term fix, Molly, can try a caffeine infused eye cream or maybe a gel eye cream, so nothing too heavy or emollient, because she's not dealing with wrinkles or skin tightness, she's dealing with maybe a bit of a circulation issue. So trying to get that caffeine or that gel to actually boost a little bit of circulation underneath the eyes, that can help a touch. But when it comes to dealing with dark colors that are not shadows, so it's not like her eyes are sunken in and creating a shadow, you need to color correct. So finding a color correcting concealer is that quick fix. So you're gonna be able to get concealing and color correction in one product. And the color she's battling, this is why I love this question, the color she's battling is the same color that I battle, which is actually a strange, like magenta, purple to sometimes blue. So to counteract that, you need to find a peachy to orange color correcting concealer. And that color correction will try to neutralize the color you actually have underneath your eyes, and then the concealer will hopefully brighten it just a touch to give you a little boost from underneath your eyes. But that's the simple answers, just, you know, color concealing, and that's it.
Oh, that's a really good answer. A lot of people suffer from that, me included, and the color correction looks crazy, but it does the trick, so thanks for that, B. Frank, here's what Savvy is wondering.
Hey Frank, so I'm helping out with the garden for the first time this year, and I was wondering, what are some super easy vegetables for beginners?
You know, I get so inspired by kids and younger people out there going to grow, so that's the key, and I want them to be super successful. So what's the easiest thing? Some of the easiest things you can grow is get a seed tape. The reason why a seed tape's so easy is it's already spaced out. Then what you're going to do is do radishes, spinach. Those guys there are super easy. You just lay the tape down, a little bit of soil on top. Boom, within about 3 to 4 weeks, you'll start to develop some radishes that'll be there for you. Spinach, within almost 4 weeks, you'll be starting to harvest. Any of those greens are the easiest, but as well, what I'm going to encourage you to grow is a cherry tomato. Cherry tomatoes, get a variety like a Tiny Tim, a bush type cherry tomato. You pick them all season long. They're so good for you. And finally, I'm going to recommend a Scarlet Runner bean. The reason why a Scarlet Runner, it grows tall like Jack and the Beanstalk, a red flower, a beautiful bean. So just think you're eating your spinach, you're eating some cherry tomatoes, some beans, boom, 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 fresh out of the garden, and you're going to have great success just planting sun.
I love that. You get the instant gratification, and that's what so many kids are looking for, and then you're eating your veggies on top of it. Frank, you're a genius. Thank you for that. Our next question, our next viewer is Rhodasis. So they had a question for you, Randy.
Hey Randy, so I've been doing a lot of cooking at home, and a lot of recipes have been asking for fresh herbs, and I'm wondering if I can substitute those for dried herbs.
Well, it's a great question. It's something we all want. I mean, a fresh herb is obviously a luxury, especially when we have to plan trips to the grocery store so randomly. What I like to do with my fresh herbs is I'll chop them up and then I'll put them in an ice cube tray, and then I can pop those out, and it's kind of like a fresh frozen herb. Now, to change it with a dry herb, a lot of things actually do quite well. I find that rosemary is okay, but when you get into the really fresh ones like the mint and the basil, that's a bit more of a struggle. Dried thyme is a bit better, and then some of the more aromatics work well, the bay leaves and things like that. But there's nothing like a fresh herb. So what I would actually recommend is plant some, call Frankie, ask him which ones grow in the best places, and grow them yourself. Then they're always handy and ready for you.
Oh, it's the best thing ever when you can just go out into the yard and pick your own mint and your own basil. So really good advice there, and really good question as well. Last but not least, we've got a question now from Christy. So here's what Christy wants to know.
Hey Shai, it's Christy. I just got my balcony refinished and I absolutely love it. But what I don't love is the floor. It's textured concrete and, well, I hate it. if you have any suggestions on how I might treat it, do I cover it, do I paint it? Any suggestion, Shai? That would be great. Thank you.
So here's the thing, is the one thing that I need all viewers to understand is that balconies, terraces in a condominium or apartment are not owned by the owner of the unit. What does that mean? It's a common area. So even if you do own your condo, you're going to want to ask your condo board what you're allowed to do. One of the things that you can do, of course, if they approve it, is painting it. And of course, using Benjamin Moore's floor and patio latex enamel is a great solution. You can choose any color that you want to just paint that over easily. Now, if you have a little bit more of a budget, of course, you can use decking, which is great, custom decking. Or consider doing like what I showed you guys at the top of the show in my own balcony terrace. Is I actually my own balcony floor, excuse me, is I actually used decking tile by IKEA. Now this is a click system, so this is super easy to do. And if you don't like the tile, they have other options, whether it be wood or faux grass. And of course, the faux grass option, if you want to roll it out and do that on your entire balcony, is also another great solution.
Ooh, and it looks so good, Shai. I love that. You just get that extra space. Keep your eye on the dog. The dog likes that extra space too. That grass, that faux grass, gets them every time.
Exactly.
Thanks all of you for sharing your expertise. It's time for a quick break. More Cityline after this.